Hi, Attorney Steve Sumner. One of the questions that I'm asked the most is, Steve, what is at stake? What are the consequences of a DUI conviction? Well, there are several, and I want to touch on them right now. First would be a permanent criminal record. Now, this is going to often come up in background checks. If somebody's convicted of DUI, it is not expungible. In other words, there's not a certain time limit or time frame, such as 5 or 10 years, when a DUI conviction would come off of someone's permanent criminal record. It's not expungible. It's always going to be there, and it's going to be something that in background checks is going to come up again and again and again. Only on a conviction, but if someone is convicted of DUI, again, permanent criminal record. A license suspension up to 1 year on a first offense conviction in South Carolina. A person can actually lose their license for up to 12 months, depending upon the facts surrounding their conviction. Mandatory ignition interlock devices. Now, that's new in South Carolina under Emma's law, which passed in May or June of 2014, and that requires ignition interlock devices on a person's vehicle if they've been convicted in many first offense situations from a minimum of 6 months up to a maximum of a year. Mandatory alcohol counseling is another component of a conviction. High-risk insurance for a minimum of 3 years also accompanies even a first offense DUI conviction. Travel difficulties in foreign countries, for instance, in Canada, as the law stands right now, a person with a DUI conviction is denied entry into that country, into Canada. You cannot enter Canada if you've got a DUI conviction on your record. Career consequences, I talked about background checks, but again, a permanent criminal record resulting from a DUI first offense conviction is going to always be there on a background check. It tends to complicate professional careers of folks involved in prescription medications, such as nurses or doctors or anybody that's around prescription medication, because you have to be licensed in order to dispense that. A pharmacist or just somebody that's around it a good bit has access to it, and that's going to, of course, bring up the background check issue as well. And last but not least would be there's certain secure facilities that because of the background check you may be denied entry to, such as a power plant or any type of plant or office building that has any type of high security. So again, the easiest thing about a DUI is to just go down there and pay the fine, if that's, some people choose to do that. It's the collateral consequences. It's all the things that I've discussed, the 7 or 8 permanent things that happen after a conviction that can have such devastating consequences. And that's what's at stake with a DUI first arrest. But remember that an arrest is not a conviction. And here at our office, it is our pleasure to work with you from the beginning to the end, at every step in between, and do everything and look at every tool, every avenue available to avoid a DUI conviction for you.